Hey guys, welcome to Bolt Banter. It's your boy Curtis here and Kendrick.
Hey, what's going on?
And we're going to preview the game Week 12 against the Houston Texans.
In Houston.
In Houston. Not in Mexico.
Nope. I think that experiment worked out from a financial perspective for the NFL, but from a Texans perspective, it did not work out.
Did not work out.
But you're talking about a team on a short week against a Chargers rested team on the bye week, Curtis, and I think the injury report bodes well for us going in.
We know our Chargers pretty well. Let's really pick apart Houston. Now, we saw them play Monday night. They like to run. They can run. Let's
Miller.
Be clear about that. Lamar Miller.
Fantasy bell cow.
Coming out of Miami, transferred to Houston.
He's good.
He's the man. Other than that, awesome.
Brock Lobster.
Brock Lobster?
I remember him.
Yeah.
From a little team called Denver. Backing up Peyton Manning, the sheriff.
Could have been the future of the Broncos franchise, but they let him go. Did they make the right decision?
Yes.
They did. I think they did.
And when Tony Romo's the starting quarterback of the Broncos next year, they will be right as rain. Right, Curtis?
We'll see.
Let's
not get ahead of ourselves here. But Brock, he's had a rough time this season, to put it simply.
But he's got the weapons around him. I think when you're
does
talking about receivers in this league, you're talking about top three, DeAndre Hopkins. Let me tell you something. Odell Beckham Jr., everyone likes to talk about this guy. DeAndre Hopkins tops him by far. DeAndre's a beast. He would have had a 67-yard touchdown the other day if the referees had brought their glasses to Mexico. But let's not get into that one. But we talk about DeAndre Hopkins against Casey Hayward. Pretty big matchup. I like it. I think Casey's up to the challenge, Curtis.
Yeah, and kind of a big factor playing into their depth in terms of Texas receivers. Flowers looks like he'll be out again. We're not really sure. He's had more concussion issues. But we have Hayward.
Trevor Williams is fast. And the other guys he's going to be. Will Fuller's kind of hurt a little bit. We'll see. Game time decision. But Braxton Miller will be the second guy, former quarterback of the Ohio State University. And I think Trevor's up to the... He's fast enough, definitely, to cover Braxton or Will, whichever one's going to be.
Got some safeties in there to maybe do some work, too, but...
We'll get into that.
So Brock, we should lock him down, hopefully.
Dude,
hopefully put some pressure on him.
You got to imagine Melvin and Joey and Legion are just going to wreck this guy.
And we have a huge plus getting a week off. Our team was so banged up against the Dolphins. Having a week off is huge for our team.
And C.J. Fedorowicz, the Texans tight end's kind of Osweiler's blanket. A lot of people saw Fedorowicz getting a lot of receptions against Oakland because Oakland was just covering up everything. And I think having Denzel Perryman back now really does well for our pass coverage in the middle of the field.
Yeah, we haven't had Denzel back for a bit in terms of being healthy. Is he 100%? I don't know, but he's the best we've had him in a while, and that'll be a huge factor.
Hoping for the best. There's Jatavis Brown's out there because if both those guys are in the middle, pretty good. But Corey Toomer, your boy, he'll be out there.
Toomer, heck, even Kyle Emanuel stepped up at middle linebacker for the Miami game. It's pretty cool. Let's flip it over to our offense going against Houston's defense. Now, from what I can see, they really know how to defend the pass pretty well. And basically that leads into running Gordon. Run him.
Absolutely.
Run him more than we did during Miami. We should have run him way more.
And the Texans definitely have a better pass defense than run defense. Run defense stoppers. You got Vince Wilfork getting up there in age. You got Jadeveon Clowney, the former #1 overall pick. But I think Melvin definitely is going to have the opening. I think that our blocking has a good matchup with that Texans defense, and I think if you're not keeping it high up there for guys in the secondary like Jonathan Joseph, guys like that, I think Melvin could have a big game here in Houston.
And coming off of the last game, I know it's going to be 2 weeks since the last game, but I think you really just got to trust in Melvin and give Phillip simple, minimal opportunities to strike. Not that I think he would have another not-so-great game, but I think you want to maybe shift to Melvin this game. Didn't really work to not fully invest in him during the Miami game.
Yeah, and Curtis, I think two things we're going to talk about for the offense is giving the ball away and having a good receiver core in there. I thought two of the turnovers over the past couple of games have been Griff Whalen's fault, straight up. And Griff Whalen's no longer a Charger. We signed Ronnie Hillman, and Ronnie, yeah, if you guys remember Ronnie from his SDSU days, man, he could run it real good in Qualcomm, and I think that him replacing the Dexter McCluster role, kind of giving Gordon some fresh legs there, is going to be huge.
I think it will too.
And I think you talk about packages. I think you talk about picking things up. I think Ronnie's definitely got the football acumen to just slide right into the Chargers and just do what he does best.
And we were dragged into the bye. We have Henry back, looking pretty strong and healthy.
He's not even on the injury report, Curtis. Like flat out, he's looking good.
Benjamin, he's gonna be back, and Benjamin's kind of been dealing with some stuff. Williams will be 100%. He's been dealing with some injuries here and there, not 100%. So it's gonna be nice to have these guys back 100%. Yeah, I mean, really, our only concerns seem to be Jatavis Brown, his knee, and Flowers with a concussion. We got to keep our eye on Flowers because he's had multiple concussions this season. You got to think maybe he might call it quits for the season soon here. Things don't get better. But other than that, that's really all we have to worry about, thankfully. And on Houston's side, they're starting outside linebacker. Simon is their really only notable injury. So we have two healthy teams going at it.
Yeah, and if Simon doesn't play and you're running away from Whitney Merciless, looking pretty good for Melvin again on that side of the ball.
Yeah, we got to make sure that O-line is on the attack, not the defense, in terms of preferring to run so that they're aggressive. And got to hold on to that ball.
Joe Barksdale and Davian Clowney. My goodness, spotlight that matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be something to keep an eye on.
We'll flip a coin on that one.
Something to keep an eye on, definitely. But really, other than that,
that's all I got for Chargers
and
Texans,
That's all I got, man. 10 a.m. morning game for you Pacific time, San Diego time.
Book out your Thanksgiving leftovers and wake up, get your PJs going, pour yourself some cereal and milk.
I'm trying to think the last time we had a 10 a.m. game. It's been a while.
I don't know. Not even at Kansas City was an early morning game. So
yeah,
good. Good
stuff. Been a while. And besides that, go Chargers. We need a win here, obviously. Texans are playing in first place. They don't need it, dude. They're fine. Besides that, definitely go like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and that thing called Patreon.
That's pretty good.
We're making some bonus videos in the future. If you want to be a part of that and be able to check that out, please donate to
patreon.com/Bolt Banter.
And that'll help us put out better content and help us to just improve everything about Bolt Banter. So definitely check that out, guys. We really appreciate all your support. And I'm excited to see what kind of bonus videos we can provide for those who are willing to contribute.
Curtis, may I say already, the new set, pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Good lighting. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and bolt up, San Diego.
Bolt up.